Deadpool didn't go to space. He brought the alien down to Earth. And it didn't crash, it chose him. Cities fell without sound. Satellites blinked out. Thor was the first to land. But Iron Man was the first to scream. New York wasn't ready. The skies weren't red. No comets falling. No thunder cracking open the heavens. It started with laughter. One man, one sword, one mask, standing in the middle of times, square like he owned it. Because today, he kind of did. Deadpool held up the alien's heart, not bleeding, not organic, pulsing like a silent Bluetooth speaker. Every time it beat, street lights flickered. Every time it pulsed, phones died. Ladies and gentlemen, Deadpool yelled, "I give you the end of free Wi-Fi." He laughed, alone, but the being behind him didn't. It didn't breathe. It shimmered, like a man made from shadows and concrete dust. Its body was humanoid, but its face, no, it didn't have one. Just rows of twitching mouths, speaking no language, just humming like a modem, trying to connect to something deep, deep underground. The alien wasn't here to conquer Earth. It was here to find what Earth had hidden, and Deadpool was its translator. The first blackout hit Brooklyn, then Manhattan. By the time the Lincoln Tunnel caved in, S.H.I.E.L.D. had already gone silent. No satellites, no drones, and then a sonic blast, like someone took a deep breath and whispered, "Leave." 10 million people fell unconscious, all except Deadpool, and the thing standing beside him. He turned to it. "Buddy, I thought we were going to do this slow. The whole gain their trust, betray them later thing? No, we're skipping straight to mass collapse? Cool. I love improv." The alien didn't speak, but it pointed directly at Stark Tower. Halfway across the world, Superman heard it before it happened. The moment air snapped in New York, the pressure reached the Himalayas. Kal-El stood frozen, eyes narrowed, senses locking in. He moved, faster than thought. Tony Stark was on the roof when it began, not suited up, just a whiskey glass in one hand, pacing like the world didn't need saving tonight. But when the lights in his arc reactor core below dimmed, he stopped breathing. "Friday?" he asked. "Nothing." "Pepper," he whispered. And then, in the center of the rooftop, Deadpool appeared. Not a sound, not a boom. He just walked in like it was a cocktail party. "You're gonna want to suit up, Tony," Deadpool grinned. "Also, what do you know about buried alien tech beneath Manhattan?" Tony's heart skipped. "How do you know about Project Silex?" Deadpool's smile widened. "I didn't. Until just now." When Thor arrived, it was raining upside down. Literally, clouds curled downward like tentacles, pouring water straight into the ground. Thor didn't ask questions. He slammed Mjolnir into the pavement of Fifth Avenue and turned the sky right side up again with a burst of thunder that cracked car alarms across 3 boroughs. Then he saw the figures standing beside Stark Tower. Not Deadpool. The other one. The creature with the mouths. Thor aimed his hammer, but he hesitated. The creature didn't attack. It listened, and then it spoke, not aloud, but through vibrations in the ground, through the bones in every building. The message was clear. We are already inside. Underground, subway tunnels twisted into bone. Sewers pulsed like veins. Streets cracked with no tremors. The alien wasn't attacking Earth. It was waking something up beneath it. And Deadpool? He was just here for the ride. Iron Man shot into the sky, finally suited. HUD screaming warnings. Hostile detected. Origin, pre-human. Language, unknown. Frequency, deep core. He locked onto Deadpool. "You shouldn't be here," Tony said through the comms. "I'm always where I shouldn't be," Deadpool replied, waving. "That's kind of my job. You're helping it destroy the planet." "Oh, no. I'm helping it fix the planet. By removing you." Blast. Iron Man fired. Deadpool didn't dodge. He held up the alien's heart like a shield, and the blast disappeared. Just erased. "Cool trick," Deadpool said. "Want to see what it does at full charge?" Boom. The sky folded inward. Not space. The atmosphere itself twisted, forcing Superman to crash like a meteor into Central Park. He stood, cape torn, fists burning. His eyes met the aliens, or what passed for eyes. "What are you?" Superman asked. Deadpool grinned from beside the creature. "Not what? Who it used to be. Wanna guess?" Superman floated higher, but his body trembled. Because for the first time, gravity didn't follow rules anymore. Not Earth's gravity. The alien was rewriting it, neighborhood by neighborhood. Thor joined him. "I've faced titans. I've faced gods," Thor said, "but never something that laughs through another man's mouth." Superman nodded. Iron Man hovered beside them, already bleeding through cracked armor. "It's not an invasion," Tony said. "It's a resurrection." "Of what?" Deadpool answered for them. "Of Earth's first owner." The alien didn't move, but the earth around it did. Streets slithered. Buildings leaned. Glass didn't shatter. It melted. Concrete pulsed like it was breathing. Deadpool walked calmly through it all, humming "Staying Alive" like he was on a TikTok challenge. Blade sheathed, fingers twirling the alien's core like a toy. Behind him, Superman, Thor, and Iron Man stood in a cracked triangle, each one injured, each one unsure if the next second would be their last. "Fun fact," Deadpool said, tossing the core up and catching it. "This thing doesn't just power cities, it rewrites the rules. Time, gravity, life, even logic, baby." Superman's eyes glowed, voice low. "Why are you helping it?" Deadpool cocked his head. "Because Earth betrayed it first. And sometimes you don't kill the villain. You become the one that lets it win." The alien turned. No face, no eyes, just mouths. And every mouth said one name: Lex. Superman's heart dropped. "What did you say?" Deadpool smirked. "Oops, did I just leak the twist?" Beneath the White House, seismic alarm screamed. The president had already been evacuated, but the generals remained. Holograms blinked, showing shifting tectonic plates across every major capital. London sinking, Cairo bending, Tokyo folding inward like paper. "This isn't a war," one general whispered. "It's a correction." In Gotham, Bruce Wayne stared at the data. Deadpool's voice was in every comms channel, taunting, singing, guiding the alien like a narrator. Wayne whispered, "It's not him. He's a vessel." "But for what?" Iron Man recalibrated midair. "Guys, the alien's manipulating frequencies underground. It's triggering abandoned AI systems. Not mine, not Ultron's. Older." "Older?" Thor asked, floating with crackling thunder in his eyes. Tony didn't blink. "Ancient tech. Pre-human. We buried it. We didn't kill it." Deadpool's voice cut through their private comms. "Bingo. And you know who didn't bury it?" They turned. Deadpool raised a middle finger with a smile behind the mask. "Me." The alien knelt, its limbs extending into the street like roots. Fingers became cables. Mouths opened and started humming in pure, raw binary. All across the world, machines stopped obeying humans. Power grids bent. Military systems turned. And for the first time since Ultron, Earth's tech whispered back. But this time, it wasn't hostile. It was reverent, worshipful. The alien wasn't an invader. It was Earth's original user manual. And Deadpool had just hit factory reset. Superman charged first. He punched through the sky, slammed into Deadpool with a sonic boom that vaporized 1,000 windows. Deadpool hit the pavement and bounced. When he stood up, blood pouring down his chin, he grinned. "Round 1 fun. Round 2 dumb. Let's go, Kansas." He reached into his pocket and pulled out a knife. Not alien, not magic, kryptonite. Superman staggered. "How?" he choked. "You left crumbs in your fortress. Naughty." Deadpool plunged the blade into Superman's side. Not deep, but enough to make the man of steel fall. Thor was next. He didn't wait. He didn't ask. He summoned a storm so fierce the clouds turned white-hot, then hurled Mjolnir at the alien's exposed core. The alien didn't block it. It opened. A void appeared, not space, not hell. Just absence. A perfect silence. Mjolnir disappeared. and didn't come back. Thor froze. What? Deadpool whistled. Yeah, so the hammer? It's in 1994 now. You sent my hammer through time? No, the core consumed time around it. Subtle difference. Same result. Thor growled, summoned lightning. But this time, it refused to obey. The sky was no longer his. Iron Man activated his fallback plan. He dropped straight into the earth, armor drilling at full velocity, systems screaming, plasma cutting through rock and steel. Because if the alien was reaching into the planet, he'd meet it there. But he didn't find roots. He found mirrors, hundreds of them, reflections of himself, of War Machine, of Vision, old suits, dead tech, buried prototypes, all alive. They had eyes now, and they bowed to the alien signal. Friday crackled in his ear. Tony, you built these. You left them. Now they answer to it. He whispered, then I destroy them. But they moved before he could. And the last thing he heard was Deadpool's voice, echoing in his helmet. Welcome to the part of the story where Iron Man loses his toys. Above, the alien stood taller, mouths open wider. It had consumed language, time, technology, and now it opened a new mouth. This one sounded exactly like Deadpool. It said, execute phase Earthfall. Every volcano on the planet began to glow, not with lava, with circuits. Earth wasn't burning, it was booting up. Deadpool danced as the streets cracked around him. You see, fellas, it's not about destroying the planet. It's about returning it to factory settings. Superman struggled to stand. Thor's arms bled sparks. Iron Man didn't answer. Deadpool leaned over Superman. You were the virus, the capes, the tech, the thunder, all of it. The alien? It's just here to run the antivirus. Then Deadpool looked straight into the sky, smiled behind his mask, and said, and guess what comes next? Deadpool watched the earth breathe. Not metaphorically, literally. The ground heaved beneath his boots like it had lungs again. Not geological shifts. Something deeper, primal, alive, returning. He stood on the edge of a crater where Manhattan used to be a grid. Now it was a spiral. Roads coiled. Buildings curved. Trees grew backward. Superman was still down. Thor kneeled beside him, burned, beard half-fried, eyes crackling. And Iron Man was gone. No signal, no location ping, just radio static. Deadpool held up the alien core again, no longer pulsing. Now it hummed, like it was syncing with Earth's heartbeat. You know, he said to the empty wind, when I agreed to help this thing, I thought we'd just destroy some buildings, spook a few billionaires, maybe crash some satellites. But this. He turned to face the sky, arms wide. This is poetry. Behind him, the alien floated, mouths closed now, body shifting like vapor trapped in bone. It didn't glow. It absorbed light. Deadpool stepped closer and whispered, they'll be back. You know that. The alien didn't respond, but the buildings around them began to speak in echoing, robotic tone. 3 targets remaining. Planetary resistance declining. Deadpool chuckled. You forgot Batman. But yeah, technically not here. Deep below ground, a red glow pulsed weakly. Iron Man's armor was cracked open. He lay limp against a wall of shifting, nanite-infused soil. But something in his HUD flickered back to life. It wasn't Friday. It was an old voice. One he hadn't heard since before Ultron. Override detected. Stark protocol locked. Would you like to activate Project Dust? Tony groaned, blood in his throat. Project Dust was a failure. The voice repeated. Would you like to activate Project Dust? Tony paused. Yes. On the surface, Deadpool watched his reflection ripple through the glass of a bent skyscraper. But something shifted. The sky turned gold for just a second. Then thunder. Not from Thor. From beneath the planet. Superman gasped awake. Not from strength. From a signal only he could hear. A heartbeat. But not Earth's. His own. And it was speeding up. Thor turned toward the storm. It wasn't clouds. It was smoke. Metal smoke. and it poured upward from every subway system in the city. Deadpool blinked. Oh, I know that color. Iron Man shot out of the earth like a missile. But this wasn't his normal suit. It was raw, unfinished, exposed plates, flashing red marks across his arms, sharp wiring like veins spiraling around his spine, and on his chest, not an arc reactor, a fusion orb made from alien tech. Tony hovered, dead silent. Superman stood again. Thor lifted Mjolnir's absence, still ready. Deadpool grinned. Oh, you're angry now. I love this part. Iron Man spoke one word, not to Deadpool, to the planet. Reset interrupted. The ground halted. The buildings stopped warping. The aliens' mouths all turned at once. Iron Man raised a hand and snapped his fingers. A pulse flew outward, bright white, violent, silent. Every digital system across Earth shut off. For 3 seconds, Deadpool's earpiece hissed. No connection. The alien recoiled. One mouth screamed. Tony flew straight into it. No hesitation, dragging it across 2 buildings like a comet. Thor followed, lightning back in his veins. And Superman? He flew so hard, the sound barrier didn't have time to catch up. 3 heroes, 1 God-tech alien. Deadpool rolled his neck. Fine, I'll fight you all myself. He drew both katanas, but they weren't glowing. They were burning. The alien had changed them. Each slash now cut matter and time. He swung at Superman mid-flight. The air cracked, not from sound, but from sequence. Superman stumbled. What was that? Deadpool laughed. A preview. He kicked Thor into a building, caught Iron Man's pulse blast midair, and redirected it back. Not with strength, with code. This thing taught me everything, he said, about your weaknesses, your patterns, your rhythm. He moved faster now, too fast, untrackable. Tony's HUD broke down. Thor's instincts were too slow. Superman's vision blurred. Deadpool sliced across their flanks, not deep, but disruptive. Each blow short-circuited their balance. You can't beat me, he said, because the Earth wants this. Behind him, the alien stood tall again, reassembled and raged. Its shadow stretched across the skyline like a virus. Deadpool leaped toward the tower, swords crossed. Let me show you what comes after extinction. But the ground exploded beneath him. Not Iron Man, not Thor, not Superman, Wakandan tech. Vibranium shards burst upward like spears. A net of energy caught Deadpool midair and slammed him into the pavement. Shuri's voice echoed from a drone above. You made one mistake, Deadpool. You acted like we wouldn't notice. Deadpool groaned. Oh no. The cousins showed up. Superman flew at him. Deadpool dodged, but not fast enough. The punch cracked the earth. Deadpool skidded across the ground, his mask torn halfway, revealing a bleeding smile. You're all so dramatic. Iron Man descended, his new armor glowing. We're not done. Deadpool spit blood. Neither am I. Suddenly, the alien stopped. Its heads turned in all directions, listening. Then silence. It folded in on itself, a cocoon of mouths and machine tissue, and it disappeared into the earth. Superman looked around. Did we win? Deadpool stood up slowly, cracking his neck. Nope. He raised a hand. The ground began to glow red again. It went underground to finish the rewrite. What rewrite? Iron Man asked. Deadpool looked at him. The one that removes all capes from Earth's DNA. The ground cracked. Thunder roared. The alien hadn't fled. It had merged with Earth's core. The real battle was about to begin. The Earth cracked open like it had been holding its breath too long. Red light poured out in veins across continents. Cities shook. Oceans recoiled. Clouds split in half. But it wasn't an explosion. It was an awakening. Deadpool stood in the center of the chaos, one hand outstretched, eyes glowing red. Not from rage, not from power, but because the alien was now inside him. Not possessed, not controlled, merged. Iron Man's HUD screamed warnings. Vital readings across the planet are changing. Core temperatures up. Gravitational anomalies rising. Deadpool is syncing with the planet's neural grid. Superman felt it too. The heartbeat of Earth had changed. It no longer thumped in rhythm with life. It beat in code now. Deadpool looked up. His voice was layered, his own, and something older, deeper, distorted. I told you, this isn't war. It's maintenance. Thor hurled Mjolnir's replacement, a hammer forged in Nidaveller's dying forge. But Deadpool raised a single hand. The weapon stopped, mid-air, shaking, melting, then folded into a sphere of pure data and dropped, useless, at Deadpool's feet. You can't stop a system update with a stick, he smirked. He stepped forward, and the pavement reconstructed under him, aligning, straightening. Cities restructured themselves in his wake, architecture shifting into alien geometry, angles that broke physics. Tony launched all remaining drones. They never reached him. Each one froze, rotated mid-air, and collapsed into piles of harmless circuits, like metal choosing death over serving the wrong master. Superman shot toward him like a meteor, fists blazing, eyes like twin suns. Deadpool turned slightly, just enough. Superman missed. But when he passed, the space behind him warped, and he reappeared 50 feet away, dazed, his momentum completely stolen. You're not fighting me, Deadpool said, walking. You're fighting Earth's original firmware. And you three. He pointed to Thor, Iron Man, and Superman. You're the bugs. A pulse erupted beneath the ground. Every plant, every machine, every broken radio and abandoned drone hummed in harmony. Deadpool didn't laugh now. He spoke with authority. This planet was never meant for gods, never meant for steel suits or laser eyes. You were patches, temporary. Now, the system wants purity. Iron Man's suit flickered. He dropped to one knee. Thor coughed blood. Superman clutched his head, and Deadpool levitated. Not with grace, with dominance. Like gravity had changed its allegiance. I am the new administrator. From the center of the world, the alien's full consciousness surged into him. All language, all memory, all command lines. Deadpool's body glowed with ancient symbols. His mask peeled away on its own, but his face didn't bleed. It reformed, regrown, perfect. Superman launched one last strike. His fist shattered air. Wind bent away from it. Time paused in its path. He hit Deadpool square in the chest. Deadpool didn't flinch. He looked down at the fist, then whispered, "Access denied." A shockwave rippled out in a perfect circle. Superman flew backward through 6 buildings. Deadpool turned to Thor. "Your thunder." He snapped. Lightning vanished from the sky. Then to Iron Man, "Your metal." Another snap. Tony's suit collapsed off his body, falling in pieces to the ground. The 3 heroes lay scattered, powerless. Deadpool stood tall in the red glow. "I'm not chaos anymore," he said. "I'm the system." The earth around him pulsed in agreement. The alien's voice echoed from the deep. Deadpool stood in silence, hovering above a rebuilt Earth that didn't feel like Earth anymore. The sky no longer moved. Clouds were static, programmed in place. Rivers flowed in perfect geometric loops. Cities restructured into spirals, circles, and towers that looked more like processors than buildings. He didn't blink. He didn't breathe. He processed. Superman was unconscious. Thor's hands twitched, barely gripping the hilt of a broken handle. Tony Stark's armor lay in ruins at his feet, his chest plate sparking, his voice gone. And Deadpool? He wasn't Deadpool anymore. He was the Earth's final administrator, a living interface. Half code, half man, speaking in binary and sarcasm. But then something changed. The sky flickered. Not the weather. Reality itself. Deadpool turned slowly. There, standing across from him, on what used to be Liberty Island, was Wolverine. No armor. No gadgets. Just bloodstained claws and a heartbeat that never quit. "You're not supposed to be here," Deadpool said flatly. Wolverine growled, low and dry. "Guess I missed the update." Deadpool narrowed his glowing eyes. "You're not strong enough to stop this." Wolverine stepped forward. "Not trying to stop you." He unsheathed his claws. "I'm here to cut out the thing inside you." For the first time in hours, Deadpool smiled like himself. "I missed you, bub." He lunged. Wolverine didn't dodge. They collided in a slash of lightning and blood. Claw against corrupted skin. Sword against unbreakable bone. No tech. No gods. Just two broken men in a final fight. Deadpool bled code. Wolverine bled real. They tore into each other like it meant something. Because it did. Each strike from Logan disrupted the system's hold. Each stab caused Deadpool's form to glitch, flashing between his real body and the alien's geometry. In seconds, he was on one knee, flickering, stuttering. The alien's voice screamed through him. Intrusion detected. Infection. Deadpool clutched his head. Make it stop. Wolverine grabbed his collar, claws at his throat. Then choose. The earth pulsed around them. The spiral cities cracked. The rivers rewound. The system began to panic. Deadpool looked up, eyes flickering red, then white, then just brown. "Logan." Wolverine didn't flinch. "Say it." Deadpool coughed and whispered, "I'm not the system." And he stabbed himself, straight through the core, inside his own chest. The light vanished instantly. The earth went dark. The skies turned black again, and wind finally blew. Deadpool fell forward into Logan's arms. "Did I do it?" he asked, choking. Wolverine nodded. "Yeah, you did it, Wade." Deadpool smirked weakly. "Tell Thor I stole his shampoo," and passed out. Behind them, the towers collapsed like dominoes. The rivers found chaos again. The alien's consciousness scattered, no longer hosted. It died without a vessel, and the planet exhaled. Later, much later, Superman stood again. Tony rebuilt. Thor, scarred and silent, retrieved what was left of his hammer. But Deadpool? He remained unconscious, alive but quiet. Finally, and Earth? It was still Earth. A little broken, a little upgraded, but free. Because when chaos chooses to destroy itself, sometimes that's enough to reset everything. The end.